Hello everybody, it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for comic time. I am your host, Rainbow Red Panda, and here is what I got at the comic store today. I got the My Little Pony number 6, and this one features Applejack. I got the new Fearless Defenders, which this has a kind of interesting cover. It's not the normal Fearless Defenders cover, so I'm excited to see what is going on with that. The new Avengers Arena is out. The new Wolverine is out, and if you guys follow Wolverine, which I know some of you guys kind of stopped at issue number 4, which I understand, I am continuing to go with it, but this is issue number 6. And as mentioned many times before, issue number 7 starts the whole part of the Wolverine being killable type phase. So I think it's kind of already started to kind of go into it a little bit. Like, you know that it's coming. I think even if they hadn't made that announcement, like, you would know that, like, they're kind of trying to make him seem human-ish and killable-ish. So the next issue will definitely have that in it, but this one will probably have more of just like a little foreshadowing. The all new X-Men, which I just got caught up on this a couple days ago, so I'm excited to be able to read this and not have to wait until I read other issues. The new Secret Avengers is out. I always forget about the Secret Avengers because it's not quite a regular title. It's like almost bi-monthly, it seems like. I don't know if they try to make it monthly and it just like fails, but I mean, it's only on issue number 6 and like it's been going for a little while now, so that's happening. The final Milo Xyloto is out and it looks very colorful and very bright. And there's the back, and it's a little bit thicker than a normal issue, so we'll see. I haven't looked through here yet. It doesn't look like there's a ton of color. But my favorite thing about this comic is always that there's color. This looks to be the most colorful page, but it's colorful. I always like how the covers are always brighter than the actual comics most of the time, which is kind of sad, but I deal with it. X number 3 is out, so if you guys follow that. The new East of West is out, which I am excited. This is one of my favorite series that are out right now, so I really like East of West. The new Threshold is out, which I still just call it The Haunted, but whatever, everyone else calls it Threshold, so for the purposes of this show, I will conform, but in my own little private life, it's still The Haunted. The new Katana is out, which I kind of has a little bit of a different cover too, for her anyway, so we'll see how that goes. The new Batman Little Gotham is out. But I think it's funny, like, this is made, like, kind of towards kids, but a lot of adults, I mean, I read it, but I know a lot of other adults who swore they wouldn't buy it, and then they bought it. My comic book store actually doesn't even keep this in the children's section like they should. It's just on the shelves with the regular comics. The new Uncanny X-Men is out. It kind of has a little bright blue. It's not the kind of cover I would expect for the X-Men anyway. The new Young Avengers is out, which I love the Young Avengers. It's one of my favorite Avengers titles that's out right now, so that's going on. The new Superior Spider-Man is out. Kind of starts the whole Superior Spider Month. The new Superman Unchained, which I'm excited for this one. I really, as one of like the first Superman titles that I've read from the beginning, I thought it was good. I mean, Scott Snyder is kind of like an awesome person in everything that he does. So, I don't know, I was really excited about it, and, you know, for this being like the first Superman title that he's tackled, like, he did a good job with the first one. I liked it, and even people that I know that don't read comic books, like, they're like at my house reading it, and they're like, what happens? I'm like, I don't know, it's not out yet, but it's out now, so my friends can come over and read it, and you guys can read it too, but read your own copies, because I don't need people at my house. The new Batman Zero Year came out, and I don't know, I liked the first one on that one too, so, well, issue number 21. It's the first of Zero Year, but it's the continuation of the Batman series. Scott Snyder is also doing that. He has, like, so many things out right now. He has The Wake, he has the Batman and Superman, he's just doing all kinds of stuff. So it's like, kind of like the summer of Scott Snyder. Like, you have Infinity, you have Trinity Wars, you have Superior Spider Month, you should also just have Scott Snyder. Like, it's just, I don't know, that's just kind of how it is. The new Rachel Rising is out, And Terry Moore is going to be at Comic-Con next week, so I'm very excited. I have my first edition, #1, Rachel Rising. I'm going to have him sign it, and then I'm going to like put it away in like my little shrine of comic book awesomeness, so I'm really excited about that. This was going to be like my favorite comic of the week, but then it at the last minute changed. The second issue of The True Life of the Fabulous Killjoys is out. I did not go on a hunt for variants this time, but I will still get them. I'm really excited to read-wise, this is the one that I am most excited about. I'm not going to sit here and read it all right now, even though I really want to. The one that I am most excited about is one, I thought it was already out. I didn't even know. I hadn't ordered it yet. I was going to order it, and then my comic book store is, I think, a little bit different than most. Like, everyone has their pull, like, all the regular people have their pull. So, you know, new comics come out and they pull them and they put them in your little folder. Well, my store does a little bit, like, they have special orders that they pull immediately, like, they don't put them out on the shelf, whereas all this other stuff I got from the shelf, sadly, even this one, which I'm, like, the only one that reads it, but they put it out. I was kind of disappointed that I'm like, if someone else would have taken that, it would have been a bad time for the comic book store. But I don't know, they made a mistake and they put it out. But there's one, and I saw it, I read another comic, it's from Avatar Printing, and I'm not really familiar with them. I've read one other thing from them, and, you know, in the back of the comic books they have, you know, other things from Avatar, and so they had like a list, and I saw this on the list, and I'm like, this looks like a cool thing that I would be interested in, because I'm strange and am interested in some weird things sometimes. So I was going to order it, and I hadn't gotten to it yet, but I saw it sitting there in the comic book store in like the special order pile, and I was like, someone else ordered these. Like, he had 3 of them, and 3 people had ordered them. I was not one of them. I was going to order it, but I just figured it was already out because this comic was like a month or 2 old, and I mean, why would you be advertising something that wasn't out? So he was like, hey, do you want this? Do you want a copy of this? And I was like, yes, I want a copy of that. So I totally like stole someone's copy of this comic, and I'm very sorry to that person, but it was offered to me and I wasn't gonna say no. So this is like my one jerk moment of the week. Like, I am sorry, I took someone's comic, but I don't know. I could have taken 2 comics from somebody, but I turned down the other one because it was Helheim, I think I say that right, but Helheim #5 came out, and I only have read up to 3, and I don't have it on my pull, and it's literally the one comic that somebody at the store gets. Like, that's the only one. I'm like, I'm not taking your only comic. But I got the first issue of Skin Trade, which looks kind of crazy. I don't know. I saw it advertised, and I don't know. It's just something about it. Like, it kind of almost reminds me of just like the severed... It's like a severed, like, claw, but just the concept of, like, severed body parts. Like, it always just reminds me of, like, I don't know, like the Saw movies and stuff, and like I really liked those, like mainly because it was just a tradition to go and see them, but I don't know, I fairly enjoyed most of them, but I don't know, just something about this cover, like I don't know, I'm into like weird things like this, so it just seems like something that I would really like, and I will be doing a review on this. I might do it sometime this week. I won't say tomorrow because I'm not sure, but I will do a review of it sometime this week and let you guys know what I think about it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it, but we'll see. Hopefully it's worth it since I took it from somebody else. I guess if not, I can just take it back to the comic book store and be like, here you go, late arrival. But I also didn't get charged for it, so that was cool. It's like a free comic that I totally stole from somebody, which I do not recommend. Do not steal comic books from people, but it kind of accidentally happened today. I didn't mean to. I didn't tell them not to charge me for it. They just didn't. Sorry if I offend anybody by that. Not my intention. Another thing, I have to go back to the comic store tomorrow anyway because I failed to pick up the Justice League #22, which is the first in the installation of the Trinity War. So I totally failed at getting that. I don't remember if I just didn't get it because I didn't see it or if they hadn't put it out yet. I'm not really sure, but I failed. So other than that, I think I pretty much got all that was on my list. I'll go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that I got everything. So that's all that I got for this week. I don't know if you guys got something different. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, it is 8 days until Comic-Con. So this time next week, I will be in San Diego. I leave next Wednesday around noon from St. Louis, and I will be flying all the way to San Diego. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with Comic Time next Wednesday because I leave at noon and my comic book store opens at 11, and there is like a 3-hour drive difference between where I am and where my plane takes off, so I won't have any of my new comics next week, but I will do some sort of episode. Maybe I'll just write down all of the comics that I would get and I'll just read them off. That seems really boring, but I can't just not do an episode on Wednesday. Like, I learned that last week with my comics being so delayed. On Wednesday I was going crazy. I'm like, I have to do something, and I couldn't think of what to do. I didn't want to do like a part 1 and part 2 like I had done before. And I didn't think it would bother me, but it really did. Like, the fact that I just did this on Saturday, like, it seems very strange to me. And I don't want to have to do like a double episode the next Wednesday after I get back. So I think I'm just gonna write stuff down and then kind of like read it off, and then like maybe a couple other things that are coming out just in case you don't already know that. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll see what I'm gonna do, but I'm not sure yet. In other news, DC tweeted a picture today of a new character that is going to debut next week in the Birds of Prey comic. Her name is Uplink, and she looks really cool. I don't read Birds of Prey. I've always wanted to, but I haven't started it yet. But she looks like, she has like bright pink hair with like the front is like blue, and I don't know, she looks fun. She has glasses and like has like an off-shoulder kind of shirt and stuff. And I don't think that the drawing that they tweeted is going to be the exact drawing in the comic because it is a little messy, and I feel like they're going to clean it up and make her a little bit more animated because it looks kind of like it was just done with like pen and it's not like computerized and stuff. So we'll see what the final product looks like, but I don't know. I think she's going to be cool, and I think I'm going to like her. They kind of describe a little bit about like what she does and stuff too. Apparently, the powers that she has, she doesn't really necessarily like them. She doesn't use them often, but then she is forced to after she is kind of kidnapped by an evil villain. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with it, but I'm kind of excited for it. I don't know. Other news. If you guys are into Vin Diesel, which I like Vin Diesel. I'm sorry. Like, I've seen pretty much everything that he's done. I even went to see the Hitman movies because I was determined that he was part of it, because you can't have that many bald people without Vin Diesel. Like, come on. And he was not in the movie, but he was an executive producer, so I totally kind of won on that. Like, I knew it. But he's going to be at Comic-Con next week promoting Riddick, but he also is kind of in the headlines right now because he met with Marvel yesterday. No one really knows what it's about. They haven't released it. I'm thinking that they're probably going to announce whatever their meeting was about at Comic-Con, but that hasn't been confirmed or denied. But he did put a picture on his Facebook page of him standing next to like an old school Avengers poster. So I'm thinking that possibly maybe he'll have something to do with future Avengers movies, which I can't really think necessarily of who he would play in those movies, but I don't know. I mean, I guess you could kind of go anywhere with it. So Vin Diesel may be joining the Marvel Universe soon. So if you guys have any opinions on that, also feel free to let me know. I'm kind of excited for it, but I could also see how it could be a bad move. I don't know. I mean, he has some really good movies, but he can also kind of fail sometimes. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm probably gonna love it because I don't know. Something about him is just kind of weird for me. I'm not a big fan of like Brad Pitt and stuff, but I don't know, Vin Diesel sometimes. He's a fun time. So my cupcakes are kind of derpy today. I used a box mix this week, and like I don't normally use this one, so they didn't want to come out of like the silicone like things that I bake them in. So I didn't want to have like gross ugly cupcakes, so I just left them in the silicone things and just put icing and sprinkles on them. So they're kind of colored. I don't know, they're colored and then they have like sprinkles on them. So that's what's going on for the cupcakes. The big one I am going to give to the Skin Trade because I don't know, I have faith in it. From the moment I saw its picture in another one of my comics, I just had really, really high hopes for this comic. So I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm setting myself up for disappointment, but I'm really hoping that it's going to live up to whatever expectations I have of it. The second biggest one, which is this one, will be going to the True Life of the Fabulous Killjoys. Like, I can't, every time it comes out, it's gonna be one of my favorite things, because I shouldn't really have to tell you guys this, but you know, I have a thing for My Chemical Romance, and Gerard Way can do no wrong in my mind. Like, I don't know, it's not fair. Like, I'm incapable of giving like a biased or an unbiased opinion, because I mean, for like the last 10 years I've been like obsessed. So I can't just say like, oh, you know, it's a good comic, it's okay. No, it's going to be amazing, and I haven't even read it yet. Like, it's gonna be the best comic in that stack to me, and I'm sorry. Like, normally I wouldn't say that about a comic, but I can't help it. I'm sorry. And then the smallest one is going to go probably to the Vin Diesel Marvel thing that they're doing. You know, it's kind of curious, and a lot of people are speculating about it. Even people that don't read comic books. You know, Vin Diesel. It's just like a thing. Like, so many people know him for like action movies and being muscular and stuff. So I mean, even he has such a crowd. Like, even people that aren't into comics are gonna go see that just because it's him. Like, I know a lot of guys that don't care about comics at all. Like, they make fun of me for reading comics, but if he's in the Avengers, they will go and see it. So I feel like that's a good thing. Maybe that's kind of why they're bringing him in. I don't know. I mean, Riddick has its own bases and things, and people still get to see it. I mean, I liked Riddick. I like Pitch Black. I like all of that stuff. But I feel like he's going to bring something to the Marvel universe that maybe will benefit both non-comic readers and comic readers alike. It'll bring them together in a way. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like I'm kind of rambling on that, but I don't know. I just have opinions, and I don't know. I can talk about them here. It's kind of the point of me doing this, which yesterday marked the 4-month anniversary of me doing this, so yay for me, 4 months of doing this. I feel so weird having my Comic-Con countdown at only 8 days, because when I started it was at like 200, and that's just so strange. Like, it's been so long, but it doesn't feel like I've been doing it this long at all. So I don't know, I feel like my videos have gotten better, and I've done way better. Like, more people watch these than I ever thought possible. I'm at like over 1,700 views collectively for all of my videos, which I never thought would happen. Like, the fact that 2 people watch these is amazing. So the fact that they've been viewed over 1,700 times is crazy to me. I know some people are like, oh, well, that's not that many, but to me, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot to me. So that's all that really matters. Also, next Wednesday, I will have something hopefully very special that I can show you guys. I've been working with a company to make something. I have like, I'm not wearing it right now, but like I have like a little charm bracelet that has like little like random like nerdy-ish type charms, and I've been working on something to put on my bracelet, or to even to wear as like a necklace, kind of like this. And I don't know, I hope I can show you guys. I don't know, I'm excited for it. It's kind of like my own little charm. So hopefully I can show that to you guys next week. It should be here tomorrow, so I don't have it today, but hopefully tomorrow it will be here so I can show it to you guys next week. So that is all I have for today. I will see you guys with my reviews later on in the week, and then next week with whatever randomness I decide to put onto a Wednesday vlog. So I will see you guys next week. Bye!